Excuse me, in case you forgot what happened on last time. High anxiety, low initiative.
The mayor is asking for you and your friends specifically.
This does not look good.
Why don't we just take the town and push it somewhere else?
I think we have to try and get everyone out of here. And Lord Baccharis walks in. Hardy is already swinging, and he crumples.
I want to press the digitation to make him soil himself.
There is a flat crate. Bo is ready for it, despite my failings.
I am the one taking up responsibility for your mistakes.
A cloaked figure with large wings jumps down and slams into the horse and the rider. At this point, the battle for Thornwall Keep and the village of Vogler has begun.
We have a Bucky.
Go, buddy, go!
I think Bucky would just dash around the town. I trick you.
I'm just gonna kind of stand to the side and be guiding them on.
To your left, you can see some kind of metallic dragon.
He's going to have jars of this shit to one of his javelins into the machine.
The fire builds and builds and builds, but the mouth stays closed. Before you watch as the entire thing blows up in a massive explosion.
I love that for us.
Giev hands you the helmet. All he says is, he gave his life.
That fucking idiot. I hope he fucking haunts me.
Bo, grab your arm. He's gone, isn't he?
What's in the box?
With the town of Vogler behind them in flames, the party floats down the Vinland River to the city of Kalaman. Okay. The 6 of you, Arby, Alfie, Bucky, Heloise, Eugene, and Bo in tow, are on the last raft out of the city, or the town of Vogler.
Mm-hmm.
Before you, in front of you, down the river, you see dozens of boats, rafts, people hanging on to the equivalent of D&D rubber duckies. Anything to get away from the city, the town. Bucky, you should have a map on you of this area. Is this correct?
Okay.
Can you make me a history check?
Nat 20.
Well, 2 things.
Good answer.
2 things. One, you know you're about a day and a half or so out of the city of Kalaman. Assuming the water doesn't stop for God knows what reason. 2, if you have any questions about the city of Kalaman, you know anything you want to know about it.
It have a good soup?
If you like seafood, it has seafood soup.
Okay.
That means clam chowder.
Ew.
Manhattan style, obviously.
You got some of that shrimp
Miss
gumbo.
Eloise? Miss Eloise, you know like a clam at the chowder?
No.
With the hot liquid?
Definitely not.
Well,
Most certainly not.
Do you just eat soup with any hot liquid?
The soup is a hot liquid, no? It's just to make it the soup. You have a cold soup?
Ew.
He's making a good point. I mean, come on. It's just not
Thank
water.
you, Eugene. What would they do if they had no intellectuals like us, huh?
They would perish.
I agree. Okay, let's
Certainly.
continue down to wherever we can get some soup.
Yes. First order of business is soup.
Soup.
Anyway,
Yes.
JF, are you okay?
Jav just kind of... He looks around for a second, takes everything in. Everyone who I know, for a number of years, lays dead behind me.
Yeah,
Everyone.
you'll get that on those big jobs.
He just stares daggers into you, Alfie. Not literal
Alfie
daggers,
doesn't
because that
care.
would...
What, kill me?
Man down.
Immediately.
He says, when we get
Actually, I think you should take some damage from him just staring daggers at you.
Again, the AC of a toddler.
I think I have to care, though, for it to do damage to me.
That's fair.
No,
That- yeah.
I think just the metaphor of it being a dagger would damage you.
The concept of it.
Yeah.
You just see Arby over there as soon as he gets, or not Arby, Alfie gets the look, and he just instantly goes, "Oh!"
Alfie starts to throw up in his mouth a little bit at the mention of daggers. Oh my.
he
Listen,
says,
Just say,
JF,
oh my. Alfie doesn't say, oh my. He might
Listen,
start,
JF. Oh my god.
oh my.
Listen, JF, it was certainly rough. I don't mean to patronize or belittle, but you will get through it because we have to get through it. I mean, I lost both of my brothers too.
he looks at you with understanding and acceptance, and then goes on to say, when we reach Kalaman, none of you, God's willing, will ever see me again. I'm going to
Fair.
retire. I'm going to find some land, start a little farm, and put all of this far, far behind me.
Not to raid on your theoretical predictive parade, but it is worth noting that we kind of came through some farms on our way here, and now they're also burnt to the ground, and I'm just saying it might be better off actually helping more in the future.
Well, in that case, I will go far, far in the other direction.
Ah, you go back up the river?
I was thinking further west.
Oh. So which is it? You go west or you go up the river? You're a bit confusion, my friend.
I apologize for him.
No,
Alfie says,
apology
I
for
don't
what?
think any of this fucking matters. I think
Oh, it
what
matters.
he's saying is that he's never going to see us again, and he's going to pick up a different job.
Yes.
So let's move past this.
Maybe you should buy him some soup, Bucky.
He is confusion.
Would you like a soup?
No, I would no soup. He then takes
You know
out.
what the soup is?
I am familiar
It's
with the concept of soup. Yes, it's hot liquid.
It's a hot liquid.
He takes a
You know
small
what the
hat
soup?
out of his pack, puts it over his head, covering his eyes, and he ignores you all for the rest of the trip.
Absolutely
Yeah.
fair.
Eugene, I believe, is pretending to sleep, but he's not asleep. Do you think so?
It saves me from having to ignore him.
I'm sure that's a big relief.
It is.
Why would you do
Now I
that
just
to me?
have to figure out how to ignore the rest of you.
Good luck.
Am I the only
Alfie.
one here?
No, Eugene, no, poor little kitty. Come here. Come to
Eugene
Papa.
or Alfie's gonna start cringing every time Eugene talks. Just Eugene talks and he cringes up.
Why?
Is that Heloise or Autumn asking?
That's Autumn.
Oh, okay. Because Alfie doesn't like Eugene's shrill voice.
Ah, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
So, thankfully, the boat you all are on is large enough and comfortable enough that if you all would like, you can get a long rest on this trip down the river.
A
Lovely.
long rest?
You can get a long rest, yes.
Okay, cool. Because I was kind of on death's door there.
Yeah. Aren't you always?
Yeah.
I think Bucky
Yeah.
accidentally took a long rest before anyway, so.
Bucky.
Bad
I don't know if Bucky
was-
got hit.
That also could be it, maybe. Maybe
Oh,
Bucky
yeah.
did it.
Bucky was just kind of running for his life.
Bucky did go in circles, yeah.
Now, while you have 8 or 9 hours of downtime. Does anyone want or need to do anything?
Yes.
All right, so Alfie
You
needs
say
to do
rest.
something.
I'm going to copy over spells. How long does it take to copy a spell?
It depends on the level, I believe.
Okay. Well, I have 4 spell books that I need to
Okay.
copy spells from.
Which one would you like to start with?
I think the plain one. The plain looking spell book.
All right, can you make me an Arcana check?
Yeah.
And thankfully, you also received some magical ink when you got the spell books, which means you don't have to go buy any or make your own.
Okay. I did roll a 9.
You rolled a 9, okay. You can read the introduction in the first 2 hours.
Great.
This seems
Is
to be... What? Go ahead.
I was going to say, is that all I can do in this long rest? Is that all I'm able to accomplish?
Oh, goodness. So I'm breaking it into four chunks.
Okay. All right.
So, parsing out the introduction, this seems to be a low-level mage's, not introductory spell book, but traveling spell book. So more of the spells in here are going to be utility spells than they are combat-related.
Fine with me. I want to stay out of combat as much as I can.
Good, good. Will you make me another check, please?
This time I got a 23.
Oh, good. So you are able to copy in this next 2 hours. You're able to get Arcane Lock if you don't already have that.
I do have that.
Calm Emotions.
Okay, I do not have that. Calm Emotions.
You're also able to get... where's it at? Knock if you don't have that.
I do have that.
Locate Object.
Locate Object.
Rope Trick.
Oh, nice. I'm glad I didn't take that one. Okay.
As for third level spells, can you cast those yet?
Yeah. Oh, third level? No, I can't.
You can copy over, though, the spell Phantom Steed.
Is that third level spell?
It is, yes. And then I need one more check from you.
Okay. Dirty 20.
All right. As far as first level spells go, you pick up Alarm if you don't have Alarm.
I do have... no, I don't. I don't have alarm. Okay.
Comprehend Language if you don't have that yet.
I don't think I do. No.
Identify if you don't have that yet.
Okay. I do have that one.
Okay. You also pick up Unseen Servant if you don't have that yet.
I do not.
And finally, for this long rest, you'll pick up Tensor's Floating Disc.
Okie doke.
Does anyone else need to do anything while floating down this river?
Bucky, suggest to Alfie, perhaps you take out the pages in the spell book and you put in one instead of copy over.
Yeah, thank you, Becky. I'll do that in the future. And then
Yeah, maybe I help
rolls
you
his
next time.
eyes.
I know you're not so strong as me, huh? But I help you bring the paper out, and maybe Eloise can put the paper and stitch it into your book.
How about you don't touch my fucking book? Okay? I'll handle it. Thank you.
Hey,
Boy,
don't be
just
mean to
because-
Bucky.
Hey, listen, just because I'm smarter and I think of a good idea, you don't have to be so jealous, huh?
I say,
okay.
yes, Bucky, you're smarter. And I pat him on the shoulder.
Bucky's gonna... It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're not the hurt of my feeling. Bucky would like to tell Eugene about one time how he was turned into a frog. And he needed to go with another person who was turned into the frog. And he met this firefly who was in love with the star. Anyway, long story short, he came back, he became king. But that's all in the past.
Did they fall in love?
You know, I'm not quite sure what happened to this firefly. He got to his Evangelina, I believe is she called. And he disappeared. But he sang a beautiful song.
She didn't. He let her go.
I'll hand Eugene a handkerchief for his tears.
Oh, good lord, I've never known a cat who could do that.
I'm not a kid.
I say you still don't, Darby.
What do you mean? He's literally right here, Alfie.
Show me his fur. Show me his tail. He is not a cat.
I'm not going to invade his privacy like that.
Show me on his bare skin right now that we could see where his fur
No,
is.
it's not bear skin, it's cat skin.
What do you think? He's a Siamese cat? A hairless Siamese cat? No. He's a person. He doesn't have a tail. Eugene, tell him.
I've told him, he doesn't believe me.
He's clearly under some sort of curse. He's been polymorphed. You know polymorph, Alfie.
I do
It's
know.
a spell.
I know of the spell, and that is not what it does.
So as day turns to dusk, turns to night, turns to dawn, and as the sun comes upon the horizon, the walled city of Kalaman rises in the distance, spreading across the southern shore of a wide bay. From here you can see ships sailing into and out of the city's walled harbor. And on the shore ahead, where the Vanguard River meets the Kalaman Bay, dozens of survivors from Vogler have begun to make a makeshift camp, pulling their boats ashore. Not long after that, you all will land in the same area. I would like someone to roll me a d4, please.
I gotcha. 4.
So pulling up and landing your boat, I would like everyone to make me a perception check.
23.
12.
15.
16.
14.
There we go. So all of you see what looks to be a small group, 5 or 6, younger 20s, late teens, a group of young boys, obviously escapees from Vogler like you all are. And you watch as they run up. 3 of them distract this couple who had just gotten off the boat, while the other 3 pilfer through their bags, taking all their gold and valuables.
I'm going to shoot a firebolt at them.
Which one?
One of them that's pilfering through the bags.
Alright, make an attack roll.
19 plus 7, 26.
That's definitely a hit.
Arby was
10
in the middle.
10 damage.
Arby was in the middle of like walking towards them, like full on shaking his fist, about to yell. His fucking
And then
firebolt whizzes past him.
A bolt of magical fire singes your hair and smacks one of them dead in the chest. He goes flying about 10 feet back into the water and dies.
Great job, Alfie.
Everyone around
What
you
is it with you murdering kids?
They were stealing, Arby.
I also like the fact that Alfie is basically a kid.
Yeah, he's 18. So,
He is younger than the person
Like,
he
I
just
think-
killed.
yeah, he ain't a kid. He's my senior.
You understand that doesn't make it better, right?
Alfie's actually just a teenage dirtbag. like convince me otherwise.
Steven, while this is going on, can Bucky go over and start looking through the valuables?
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna let
Bucky do it.
Bucky do it.
So
Bucky can't contain himself.
give me a roll for investigation here in just a second. But Joe and the rest of the party, while that's happening, everyone within a 100-yard radius, so about 150 people, just stop and stare at you. One of the people who was getting robbed,
At me?
yes,
Oh.
One of the people
Yeah.
who was getting robbed just looks at you and says, "What was that for?"
He was robbing you, so I killed him. You can thank me by giving me some steel, if you'd like.
The audacity.
I
Yeah,
rolled a
Arby.
15 while this is going on.
Oh
Arby,
my
stop him.
god. Alfie,
Control him.
we need to teach you tact and fucking restraint, I guess.
Mayor
What the
Raven.
fuck is wrong with you?
Mayor Raven runs up to you, Alfie, and says, "What was that?"
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation on him to soil himself.
This is a she. Mayor Raven is a
Herself.
she.
Soil herself.
Oh, yeah, sexist.
Soil herself.
Okay, that happens.
That's it.
She's
I'm
still
gonna say-
standing there waiting for an answer.
She was, I'm going to say first, what's that smell? Second, these nice folk were getting robbed by some dirtbag adult, and I put a stop to it, and now I'm requesting that they pay me for my services.
She just stares off into the distance for a moment, looks back to you, looks back at the ruffians, looks back to you, and says, "Thank you for stopping the thievery.
You're welcome.
Please do not extort these old people for money."
Not extorting.
Extorting.
Then turns to the ruffians. "You should be ashamed. And if we were still in Vogler, I would have you all put in stocks and chains."
Oh, I believe that can be done here in Kalaman just as easily.
But for now,
It'll make it easier for me to hit them with the firebolt if they're in chains.
Alfie,
she calls over two of the previous town guard and says, "Take their weapons, keep an eye on them, and make them do all the menial labor that needs to get done. They're strong young lads. They should be able to handle it." And then she walks off.
I say, let me know if you need them dead.
nice seeing you, Mayor Raven lady.
Alfie. We cannot just throw fireballs at people willy-nilly. That's
When they're
how...
stealing, we can.
No.
Why?
Let's talk these things through before we go throwing
Alfie,
fireballs.
for someone who believes that the knights are all fascists, that was remarkably authoritarian of you.
He was stealing. It's actually more anarchist, really. He was stealing. I stopped him.
Okay, let's stop him next time, not with a firebolt. Because you stopped him permanently.
Yeah.
He
He'll
is
never
dead.
do that again. You're welcome.
You know what else he won't do, Alfie?
Father ward deviant children.
Have a chance to do better?
Help us fight in this fucking war we found ourselves in?
Why the fuck would we need a child who steals?
Oh, we send him to them, and he steals from them. Oh, I see.
You know there are scouts in war, right, Alfie? You understand this premise, yes?
I do understand scouts in war. If he's stealing from these poor people, why would he help us by scouting? Why would he not just go and request to join them? That seems like something this deviant would have done, and I stopped that. I went ahead and killed him.
I'm gonna get really close to Alfie's face,
I'm gonna back away.
and I'm gonna say, I've stolen before. Do you want to throw a firebolt at me?
I wouldn't go there, ease.
Bucky just stole.
Wait, what?
You're gonna throw a fire...
Bucky is now standing next to
Sorry,
Eugene.
Bucky.
So you're
Eugene,
a
look
snitch.
at all I found over here.
Ooh, this is pretty good.
I rolled a 15 investigation while all that was going on.
So if you take it, you found 10 steel, a decorative jewelry box that is empty, worth about 25 steel. It's made of silver with some cheaper gems set into it. And then you also found an entire collection of various household items, which you can pull out of your pocket at any time if you need them.
I mean,
Okay.
it looks. I mean, this all looks pretty good, but the one that we found last time is much better. The big
Which
thing.
one?
The big steel.
Oh, maybe we put the big steel into the box, or what happened? What? You hold on to it, or me hold on to it?
It doesn't matter.
Did we lose our steel? All our monies?
No, I think it'll keep it safe.
Okay. We need to keep our stuff, all this new stuff of ours, safe. Because I heard some trouble if there's people going around stealing. Let's make sure we don't do that.
No. Arby,
It's just there for anybody to take. Good thing I take it before someone steals it.
Alfie will throw something at us.
Okay, you don't tell Alfie. I'm not to tell Alfie.
I won't say anything.
Maybe
Well, I saw
tell him.
Bucky do.
Did he see Bucky do it?
Well, I was walking up to them as you were going over there to steal. I thought I
Yeah,
would.
but the mayor came up to you.
Yeah, after you started stealing.
So my intention was for no one to notice Bucky doing it.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
But if you want to call him out like that, I'll give you a perception check versus his...
Well, I was going to back Bucky on it.
Oh,
I was going to let Bucky do it.
okay.
Bucky can steal if it's for the good of the party.
Bucky's gonna skip around. Bucky's not stealing. He's not stealing in his mind.
He's
Bucky
just
can
borrowing.
borrow it as...
Bucky found some stuff to hold on to.
Yeah, okay. Bucky can
Undetermined
find
length
stuff
of
if
time.
it's for the good of the party.
It's shiny.
So, at this point, two things happen, and I need everyone to make me a perception check.
Okay.
16.
19.
18.
14.
21.
Okay, good. So, RB, you'll notice one thing, and the party will notice something else. RB, you notice that Bo has taken the large, heavy wooden box and has drug it off the boat and onto the shore. And it looks
Bo,
like
what?
he's trying to get it open.
Bo? No, not right now.
But what if it's important? What if we need it?
It is important. That's why we can't open it now, where all this thievery is afoot. If they know what we have, they're going to take it.
But we have no way of getting it somewhere safe, do we? It's so heavy.
We'll figure it out. Well, very strong. Bucky has a whip. Perhaps we can just lash it to him and let him run amok.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for getting it off the raft. That was very sweet of you.
With that handled, the rest of the party notices that in one of the nearby boats, some of the townsfolk are talking about your old friend, Lord Baccharis.
Firebolt. No, I'm
What?
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It seems like some of the townsfolk, in their infinite wisdom and forgiveness, saved him from the town jail and brought him with them. And from what you can hear, it seems like not long after they got to shore, he and a couple of his cronies made a beeline for the city. And you're not sure what he's planning to do in the city, but it can't be good for the party.
Great. We should go kill all the townspeople that took him with them.
What?
And then go into the city and stop him.
Or we could focus our efforts on him.
They should be taught to not endanger us like that.
Okay. By killing them? They can't be taught anything if they're dead.
Hard to learn a lesson that way.
I mean, he's not doing it anymore.
That's what I'm saying, Eugene. Thank you.
Every day, I'm further proved that this man is a cat.
So
told him I'm not a cat, but he doesn't believe me.
So what would you all
All
like
right,
to
so
do?
let's go into the city since they won't let me kill anyone.
Yes. Since we won't let you murder, let's go into the city.
All right. So on your approach to the city, statues of titanic soldiers line Kalaman's mighty walls. These ancient stone knights stare into the distance, daring any invader to dash themselves against the defenses. These walls withstood even the cataclysm. On the outside of the walls, a disorganized neighborhood of tents and ramshackle structures line the road to the city's nearest gate. Along this path, you hear vendors hawking their goods, the smell of meats and mysterious spices. Once you near the city gates, soldiers in blue and yellow uniforms stop and question all who enter. Who goes there? What business do you have in the city of Kalaman?
This is you, Arby. Go.
Oh, hello. We are some of the refugees from Vogler. We've withstood a terrible onslaught of unspeakable horrors that the mind cannot truly comprehend, and we would like to request an audience with someone in some form of charge over Kalaman to discuss those things because they were gruesome and we don't want them to happen to you.
They pause for a second. One of your group came through earlier, said he was the Lord of Vogler, said he had a meeting he had to go to with the governor of Kalaman and the guild leaders.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit, and we're going to come in and deal with him.
You know,
in our
he
own way.
kind of wasn't really involved with the whole thing. He kind of just got swept up and got put away for a little bit because of things outside of our immediate control, obviously. And, you know, we're the ones that were kind of in the thick of it and know what happened. And if you can find the mayor somewhere, she might still be down where we all landed. She will definitely testify to the same.
The
And
guards,
if you could have your guards avert their eyes whenever we find this man, that would be useful.
Alfie.
Arby.
Arby, can you make me a persuasion check?
13?
That's good enough.
Okay.
The guards say, look, that's not our business. The business between you and the man and his retinue is y'all's business, and you can take it up with the leader of the city. I'm not going to take you there, but we'll let you in. They're in the castle. It's not hard to miss.
You know, speaking of
so it's
miss,
easy to miss.
I miss having soup. You know, I can get some soup.
Oh, yes, we also require some soup.
Well, inside the city, the Steady Beacon will have soup. It's the inn and tavern here in the town. But if you're looking for something a bit more exotic, the trade camps that you came through on the way into the city should have plenty of soup.
How is it the more exotic? Is soup, is it hot or liquid? I'm very confused. I have to explain it maybe 3-4 times now.
They have
Why
cold
is your
soup.
soup different?
On the outside of the city, they have cold soups.
Ew.
Very interesting. I may have to try this and change my whole world to drink some soup, not a hot liquid, huh? Okay.
But otherwise, the guards will let you into the city.
Okay.
Okay, I think we need to go to the castle now.
Onward.
Alright. Even if the imposing castle Kalaman didn't stand atop a 100-foot cliff, it would still tower over every structure in the city. The path to it rises up the cliffside, overlooking more gigantic statues. At the path's end, more guards stand before an open gate. And once again they ask you, what business do you have at the castle?
I say I got this.
Oh,
I'm going
no.
to cast message to telepathically talk to them, hoping to convince them that it is from some higher being.
So what's the message? And then make me a Goodness, make me a
Deception.
make me a deception check.
All right. The message will be: this party is the savior of this city. If you do not let them through, hellfire will destroy your town.
All right, now
That's the message.
make the deception check, and it did come in under 25 words. I was counting.
Okay, I rolled a 2 plus 2, so that's a 4.
Look, mage.
Alfie, what did you
Oh
do?
my
What did you?
God.
Oh
No
God!
funny tricks.
It's
Do that
happening.
again, and I'll have your hands.
I want
Oh,
to press
God.
the digitation to make him soil himself.
Okay,
Wait, what's that smell? What?
What's that smell?
let's go ahead and roll
What smell is
initiative
that?
then.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm
He doesn't
serious.
know I soiled him.
I
Because
just
you
wanted to be
cannot keep-
friends.
Okay,
They're attacking because he poo his pants?
Alfie.
Wait, is he more than 10 feet away from me?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say prestidigitation only works 10 feet. I figured he was up way above me.
Oh no, they're like standing in front of the open gate.
Oh, okay.
And it has a verbal component too, doesn't it? Prestidigitation. So you have to
Oh,
say
yeah, it
some
does.
you have to say some funny words, Magic Man.
Shitty armus.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh my god, I rolled another 2 plus 4 is 6.
Arby rolled a 10.
Bucky rolled a 12.
2, 10.
I rolled a 12 for Bucky.
27.
That's a 25 for Eugene.
So 2, 10, 12, 25, 27.
Yeah.
Alright. So Heloise, as you see the guards draw their swords, what would you like to do?
So I still have vials of that poison that paralyzes.
You do. You also have
If
the
I-
hallucinogen poison on you, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, that's what it does, isn't it? I thought it paralyzed them. Do I have two?
You do. You have a slime derivative from some creeping, crawling thing, and then you have the fungal hallucinogen.
Okay, so if I throw that and they start hallucinating, can we just leave? Like, are they...
Yeah.
Okay. I want to smash... If I have to smash 2 vials to, like, get both of them in it or whatever, I want to do that on them.
Oh, you only have to smash one.
Don't look at me like that. I don't want it to get on us. I want to throw it at them.
So you never saw this in action, so you have no idea how big the cloud of hallucinogen will be.
Fuck.
Because you took them all down.
Okay,
and-
whatever.
Okay.
That's what she would do. She would do it.
Alright, so where are you going to throw it?
I want to try to throw it, like, right behind them. You know, like... I don't know if you can... Wait.
So directly in the middle of the gate.
Yeah. Right
Okay.
here.
Go ahead and make a ranged attack roll. So d20 plus your dex. Is anyone... Eugene, you're good with nature checks, right?
Let's find out.
Could you
Should be,
make
though.
me... Can you make me one of those real quick?
Actually, my nature is a -1.
Oh, Lord. Is anyone here good with nature checks?
I'm still gonna do it.
Me?
I'm good
Yeah,
with medicine
I am.
checks.
We'll see what he gets.
All right, everyone
Bucky
make
Bucky
me
is
a...
plus 3.
Anyone who
A
wants to make a...
17.
Okay, anyone else who wants to make him, go ahead.
16.
11.
Now, if it was bad, I was gonna stay quiet.
What'd you get,
Arby
Billy?
got a 17.
Bucky, what did you get?
Also 17.
No, I
Okay.
got a
No.
6.
Oh,
Six.
my bad.
All right. So as Heloise throws the vial, anyone who got below a 15 realizes nothing. The 3 of you who got above a 15 realizes that you're all downwind. So anyone who made the check and passed will get advantage on the saving throw against the hallucinogen,
Okay.
which means that
Nice.
Billy and Eloise will not. So I would like everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
19.
15.
Dirty
18.
20.
What did you get,
17 for
Heloise?
Eugene.
18.
18. Billy, you said you had Bucky, you had a 15?
Yeah.
Did anyone get below a 15? Take that as a no. Thankfully, everyone in the party makes their save as the hallucinogen falls back onto them. The 2 guards do not. One of them jumps off the cliff to the right.
Jesus.
The other one, thinking his helmet is now made of centipedes, rips it off his head and starts stomping on it, breaking his own foot.
Mage.
Hey,
Wow,
good job.
wow.
Eloise.
Oh, that's not good. Oh.
I try to high five Alfie.
I'll high five her.
Oh my god! Did you all see that?
Eugene just starts going, ooh.
Like, Eugene thinks that we just, like, really scared them.
Eugene
He's
is
like,
breathing
that
in the
cloud puff is so
hallucinogen.
Just starts getting worse.
I imagine Eugene would be a terrible trip sitter. Like, once you're high
Yeah.
as Buck, he'd be like, imagine if your arm was a centipede.
Eugene now believes he is a cat.
Alright, now let's get out of here.
You all can move into the castle if you so please.
Yes.
And anyone who follows you for the next hour will be high out of their minds.
Cool.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's no one important.
As we're walking through, Arby's just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, I don't know. Your
You're
idea.
kicking some ass, Arby. What are you doing?
I think Bucky.
What
did
part of that
a-
was my idea? Tell me, Ease, what part?
I don't think any of it was your idea. Arby.
You're right, Alfie.
Hey, Arby. You're not my boss, and I'm not your boss. We're just here to survive together, okay? So,
I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby.
And some of us are not helpful with that.
So once you get to the actual doors of the castle, 2 more guards will usher you in, assuming that you've gotten there for a good reason. And inside the castle, navigation isn't difficult, and it's not hard at all to find your way to the Great Hall, where the council chamber is. The doors to the council chamber are currently closed. What would you all like to do?
knock.
That's
It's like
actually
Eugene's
like a
about to just
reasonable
walk in.
request.
Bucky seeing Alfie about to knock, he's gonna sprint up. Knock-a-doodle-doo! It's a me!
So as
And I'll
Al-
still knock.
so Alfie knocks, Bucky speaks, and then Eugene just throws the doors open.
Arby is
And
in the background. Do you know the liar liar scene where Jim Carrey just like wrinkles his fingers all over his face during the court hearing in fucking
Yeah.
shock and horror? That's Arby right now.
Before you, 8 serious-looking people sit around a broad table in the middle of this spacious hall. At the table's end, a tall man with plaited blonde hair and a velvet vest covered in blue and gold strands stands to greet you.
I want to use prestidigitation
No.
to hold on. You don't know what I'm gonna do.
Bet.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to wave my hand over my head and make sparkles come out of my hand.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Between
Okay.
the knocking, the odd voice coming from the kinder, and the wild man who felt the need to bust into the room, he pauses for a second, bewildered, before saying, "Welcome. I think that I'm Governor Kalaf. He then
Blessing you?
Gesundheit.
gathers himself for a second and says, yes, I am Governor Kalaf Miat. And your leader here so graciously briefed us on what happened in Vogler, how he boldly defended the town, and how eager he is to get back at those horrible invaders. As he's
can
saying this, go ahead.
I assume you're going to say it's that guy.
As
That's
he
what I was
says
gonna
this, he
ask.
nods to Lord Baccharis, who is just glaring at you. If looks could kill, you'd all be dead.
Make him soil himself.
I make him soil himself.
Governor,
sold.
I have one simple request that might shed some light on all of this. Ask
Go
the
on.
young lordling to just run around the room for a little bit. I think you'll understand what happened.
Well, first off, you can see this, so I'll correct you on this. This is adult Lord Baccharis, the one you arrested, not the child who was knocked out outside the city gates. This
Where the
is
fuck did the child go?
he was kidnapped by the army.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is the one you all knocked, or that your brother Arby knocked out at the meeting. This is the 5'0" bald dude who wears a jester's clothes, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
I say
Okay.
this man is a craven, and he should be put to the torch.
Those are
And then I make fire pop up in my hand and say, I can help with the ladder.
now.
Alfie, you're
Those
reaching.
are serious charges. Can look? One of you is telling the truth. The other is telling a lie. How am I supposed to tell the difference?
Well, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could separate us all, interrogate us, and figure out, whose story doesn't quite match up.
Oh God, don't do that. Heloise doesn't remember anything that happened.
But
Except
you
for
all
Ease.
arrived together.
Did we?
Yes, exactly. Therefore, we would know who the liar is because we all arrived together.
Lord Baccharis is very nervously looking around the room now. He says, well,
Unless
no,
someone has something to add.
These are all traitors to the city of, or to the town of Vogler. They were in on the invasion. He points a finger at you all.
I say, I have an idea. And I lean over to Bucky and tell him to pull me out a random kitchen utensil out of his bag.
Okay. Bucky's gonna reach into his pockets. He's looking for a good one. He's searching. And he pulls one out, and it is a
Meat hammer.
Okay.
a meat hammer.
Ooh.
Whatever
Go
you're doing,
on.
please don't.
The governor says, go on.
Good thinking, Alfie. What I do with this?
I'll take it from you.
Okay, you can take it.
Oh
look
my
for
god,
another
please
one.
stop. Whatever you're doing, don't.
I don't know if you'll let me do prestidigitation like this, but I'm going to tell him that this is a magical item that's a truth detector. Or lie detector, rather.
Go
I was
on.
thinking about how I wanted to phrase this item. A lie detector. And whenever someone holds it and they tell a lie, sparks will fly out of it. So I was going to cast prestidigitation on it and kind of load it so that whenever he tells a lie, I'll make the sparks come out.
You know what? That's how it works.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Oh, how do you know I have this in my pocket, son?
I'll say,
Alfie.
for example,
Wow.
and I'll give it to Eugene and I say, what is your name?
This would be an
Oh,
awful
no.
time.
I take it from Eugene and say he's a bad example. I give it to Arby and say, what is your name?
It's
Hello.
okay, Eugene. Next time, you answer.
Hello, I'm Obelisk of House Chadwick.
See?
Okay, my turn.
And I smack
Me?
Bucky's hand.
Oh.
And I say, now, Arby, tell a lie.
I can't even think of a lie.
Oh, say you're me. Say you're the Buckaroo Honeyberry.
Buckaroo Honeyberry.
And I want sparks to fly out.
Says the governor.
Wow.
So, and I go over and put it in the man's hand and, I'll reload it as I go over, whisper the spell and everything.
This is preposterous. I will
And
not lower myself to some magic trick.
Not a magic trick, buddy. This is a genuine lie detector. Okay, our friend Bucky here got it in the Feywild.
I did? Oh. Wow.
Does he take it? Will he take it?
I mean, he'll take it because at this point he can't win. He's just hoping that
Damn right he can't.
he's just hoping that it doesn't go off.
Okay. Tell us your name.
I am Lord Baccharis of the town of Vogler.
Is he actually Lord? Do I
He
know
is a
that?
lord, yes.
Okay. I was just making sure. Alright, see, nothing happened. Now, Arby, ask him a question to prove that he's a bullshitter.
Lord Baccharis, why don't you go back to that part where we're traitors?
These people
Or the
are-
part where you're not a coward. Or the part where we all arrived here together.
What? One at a time, Arby. Let's just
Oh,
do
I
one
think he
right now.
can pick.
Start with the traitor, sir.
Joe, what's your AC?
Name us traitors again.
Joe, what's your AC?
9.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
He hits you in the head for 8 damage, throws the hammer on the ground, and starts running.
Hey, same.
Mushroom
same
cloud,
effect.
mushroom cloud, mushroom cloud.
You're throwing hallucinogens in this room.
No.
Wait, can
Eugene-
I throw the paralyzed thing at him?
It's a piercing poison. They have to either ingest it or it has to enter their bodies.
Can she
Oh, well, I can
put it
shoot
on the
him.
end of one of my arrows?
She's just gonna
I'll shoot
shoot him.
I'd like to
It's a
dive for the
paralyzed.
hammer.
You
I want
just
to
see
dive
don't
for the
wanna-
hammer.
I don't wanna
pull out the
kill him.
9.
One at a time. I'm not
Me,
going to
me,
combat for
me.
that. Autumn
Oh
will
my
shoot.
god.
Billy will dive for
I'm
the hammer.
shooting
Joe will
to
red.
maim.
Joe will red.
No, actually, because of my new spells, I have a false sense of strength right now.
So no red.
So I'm actually just angry, and whenever I have a chance, I'm going to cast 2nd level magic missile on him.
Okay, is Arby or Eugene doing anything in this first round of surprise?
Well, while he's running, I was going to try and take a shot at like his leg or something.
This is like-
shooting him.
Arby, what about
Well,
you?
so like
Listen,
we could
I'm
double
just
team.
shooting to paralyze him.
Well, yeah, and that's what my arrow would do. That's all I'm saying.
Arby, what are you doing?
Arby is making eye contact with the governor, and he puts his hands on his hips and just gives a very smug smile and just starts nodding.
It's hard being a single dad.
It really is.
Bo is just standing there shell shocked. Autumn Heloise and Eugene, go ahead and make me attack rolls. Bucky, Honeyberry, make me a dexterity check. An acrobatics.
Already rolled. It's a 22.
And
To
can
hit.
I just roll damage?
You're still stunned just a little bit.
Okay.
So am I rolling for damage or to see if I hit?
See if you hit.
Okay.
Bucky rolled a 21.
That's a
You-
16 to hit.
You hit, and
Mhm.
Bucky, you save.
Let's go.
So both of you roll damage. Oh, and he fails the poison save. By the way, there, Heloise.
Since I'm like not shooting to like kill him or like seriously injure him,
Well, that's the same here. I'm just trying to stop
can he
him.
just take the poison damage and me not roll damage?
Yeah, I mean, you're hitting him with the arrow. Both of you shot him with arrows, even if it is the legs.
For those of you listening at home, Autumn just made a really guilty smile.
So please, both of you roll damage.
You know, Steven.
11 in the leg.
Oh my god!
Heloise, are you also aiming for the leg?
I was aiming for his arm.
Okay.
You're capping him in the kneecaps, blowing him out.
How much
No.
damage?
No.
How much damage?
Don't worry, I'll finish him off if you don't.
That's true. He also has magic missile coming at him.
12.
So, Alfie,
No.
I don't think your magic missile even goes off before Eugene's arrow hits in the small of the back of the knee and comes out the front.
Damn.
And Heloise's arrow catches him where the shoulder and the arm meet. And he just falls over dead.
Arby is still smiling and nodding at the governor, and Arby just goes, "That man probably won't get up. We can
We got
explain.
him! He's sleeping!
Eugene."
I stand up and say, "Hey, good job, guys."
The blows are so quick and the loss of blood so fast that your paralysis poison can't beat through his body quick enough to take effect.
Oh, he paralyzed though.
So good.
We got him.
Bucky would like to stand. Hey, who's the next with my hammer? My magical hammer, huh? Who's
I
next?
go over to
Push him
Bucky and
alive!
say,
Bucky, I think we're done with that now.
"Put the hammer up. We don't want to draw too much attention to it. People will steal it from
Oh,
you."
very smart.
Oh my god.
I'll keep it hidden, huh? I'll put it away. Hey, never mind. I don't know where it go. He might have it.
So, pausing for a moment, the governor looks back to you and says, "So, what really happened?"
Tell him, Arby.
God, please
Says
fucking let
Eloise.
me. Please let me tell him.
Regretfully.
Please.
Go ahead, you who was named Arby of House. Did you say Chadwick?
Yes, I did. Obelisk House Chadwick. I'm the middle brother. No one really knows about me. Hello.
Are you related to Roland?
Oh, yes, he's my uncle.
He's here.
What?
Yes, but look. That's a matter for a moment from now.
Yes, of course.
Tell
of course.
us about what happened.
Sorry, I'm a little out of sorts now. Wasn't expecting that. And Arby is going to go into all of the events in his own little fun Arby rambling way, where he talks about the Grand Fisher Festival and the battle reenactment, and how the ogre was paid to basically just slaughter innocents, and it turned into the whole big weird monster camp, and how we gave them the opportunity to fucking what's it called?
Retreat?
There we go. We gave them fuck, what is that word? Why are words hard?
We advance
Surrender.
backwards, not
We-
retreat.
We gave them surrender terms. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
And how we came up with a plan with the knights that were there, which I will leave out that they were my brothers for now, and explain how we came up with the plan to get everyone out, and that's why the shores of Kalaman Bay are kind of littered with refugees. And then Arby's just like, anyway, the Mayor Raven is somewhere over there, I'm sure, tending to her people. We came here because of Baccharis, and he's not really a trustworthy person, so we thought we would fill you in ourselves.
The mayor pauses, or the governor, sorry, pauses for a moment. This is very dire news, and my deepest sympathies go out to all those affected by this. We must tell Marshal Roland at once. He raises
I'm
his
sorry,
hand
Did you say Marshall? What?
and says, "Sub-Marshal, come here." A woman runs up and introduces herself as Sub-Marshal Vindry, second in command of Kalaman's military forces. she says that your situation, while dire, is not a unique one. And while we will help as much as we can, we can't let the people of Vogler in the city. But Roland will surely want to talk to you soon. Can you all wait here for a moment?
I certainly can, and he just begrudgingly stares daggers at the rest of the party.
She looks at the rest of you all.
As long as no one else runs away.
Yes, the instincts of a cat, that one.
You need me to accompany you?
You all just wait here a moment.
Okay,
And
I
she
can
goes
come too.
running up the stairs. She says, no, you stay here.
You forgot about me?
Bucky, please, just let it happen.
Okay.
Sub Marshal Vendry comes back down the stairs with a tall, chiseled-looking man, sharp features, wearing the armor of a Salmanic knight. The rest of you aren't sure who this is.
Who the fuck's this guy?
Arby, you are innately familiar with who this person is.
I... This is strange. I don't know if you even recognize me. Roland, it's Arby.
You think I could forget you?
Well, I
It's
have a
not
lot
looking
more
that
piercings
different.
now, and... Anyway,
A Chadwick is a Chadwick. Even if not everyone thinks so.
Oh,
yeah.
who
that's-
thinks he's not a Chadwick?
He glares at you and then looks back
What
at
the
Arby.
fuck did I do? I just asked a question. This is why everyone calls you all fascists.
This is Alfie. And that's
Spirited
Ease.
young lad.
And that's Eugene. And that's Bucky. And that's Bo.
Hello, greeting friends of Arby.
Hello. More like children of Arby.
Oh, wow.
Are these-
So you're also Eloise Chadwick?
We're all Chadwick now.
No,
I'm
my
not
name is Bucky
Chadwick.
Honeyberry. Very nice
I
to
have no
meet you.
association other than surviving together,
No,
which is
excuse
a good
me.
form of bonding, I would say. But
In
Have you
fairness,
seen
that is
a-
Alfie's way
Aw,
of saying I am his best friend.
best friend, no.
Oh, sorry,
you
I forgot
seen-
Scruggles. Anyway, Roland,
Your
what-
buddy,
did
you
you
would
say
be
his
my
name was
third
Alfie?
best friend at best.
No,
Huh?
my name is Bucky Honeyberry.
Not you, small one.
My name is Bucky Honeyberry, not the small one.
yes, this
Have
is
you
Bucky.
seen my friend? He wear a knee pad.
Oh my god, every time. Every time.
There are plenty of people who have knee pads on, yes. It's a standard safety feature in the realm.
Hey, you see, he's onto something, you know. Back in his day, no one worried. Anyway, he's no hair on the head. He's bald, but he have a hair on the side.
I say his name is Dickon.
Yes, good observation. His name also a Deacon.
This name is familiar, but I can't place where.
Yes. Okay, we
Alfie.
talk later. I make interruption. I'm very sorry, Arby. Very sorry.
Are you Alfonso?
Maybe.
What the fuck is happening?
Some letters arrived here just yesterday. Came
Who
by
are they
Al.
from?
No sender, but the envelopes are in red.
Oh, those will be for me. Thank you.
One was for me, two were for you.
Okay.
Haven't opened yours, but it said to give them to you when you arrived. Didn't understand what that was about, but clearly someone did.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yes.
Arby, he runs up and tries to give you a hug if you let him.
He would let him. He probably wouldn't be like overzealous about returning just because of decorum, but he would let him. Arby's also kind of in shock about Roland knowing who the fuck Alfie is.
He says, much has happened. I've gotten a small briefing from Vindry here. But right now, what's more important is you all. Come with me.
Yeah, we are pretty important, aren't we, Eugene?
Exactly. They just don't get it.
Okay.
He goes back up the stairs to the war room. You all follow?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So once you all get up there, there's a large map of Kalaman and the surrounding province of Nightland and the rest of Solamnia and the surrounding kingdoms. On the map, you see little markers, look like papier-mâché fires that are placed on various villages and the areas around. Large clay blocks that represent armies. And then in the center of it, you see the city of Kalaman with its own blocks representing their forces, the city walls, and everything they have available. Nothing else is of particular importance to you in this moment, but Roland stops and says, nothing has happened like this in hundreds of years. We have no idea what's going on, no idea how to stop it, and little time to prepare. Will you all help?
Yes.
I
I elbow Alfie.
How will we be compensated?
I also elbow Alfie.
Ow.
Okay, we're in. Before Alfie take more damage.
Let's do it, guys. Come on.
If you need compensation, that will be discussed. Special circumstances and all that, but we can work that out in a little bit.
Okay.
Arby, who's the quiet friend behind you? Talking about Bo.
Oh, well, Sir Roland of House Chadwick, I would like to introduce you to, Squire of the Order, Bo. He was, Hardy's squire.
Hardy. Hardy.
Oh, sorry.
Where
Denny's,
is he?
Denny's
Where is
squire.
he? Denny. Where is Denny? Where is Hardy? Bo bows very deeply.
I go over to Bo and say, he's a fascist, right?
He elbows you.
Who elbows me?
Bo does.
Fuck you, Bo.
He elbows you harder.
You rat bastard. Fuck you.
Anyway, Hardy, Denny, they were in Vogler. Where are they?
Yes, they were in Vogler, as was Sir Sanders. And Sir Sanders is confirmed to have passed. And it doesn't look good for Hardy or Denny either. The town was overrun, and it was It was awful. I'm sorry, Uncle.
He collapses into his chair, and you hear these quiet sobs before he fixes himself shortly and says, "No need to be sorry to me. They were as much your kin as they were mine, more so even. And Sir Sanders has been a dear friend of all of us. You know this."
This is callous to say, I'm not sorry for their passing. I'm sorry that I couldn't do more to stop it.
Did they at least die deaths honorable to the Order and to their family? Did it mean
something? As far as
something?
I'm aware. We got the town to safety. All that's left of Vogler is down at Kalaman Bay, and we got everyone out.
He turns his attention to Bo. You were Denny's squire, correct? He responds in the affirmative. And they pass back information back and forth. He then looks at you and says, Why did Denny keep him a squire for so long? He's more than old enough. He spent more than enough time.
You haven't seen this guy in battle, okay?
Alfie.
He had a wooden sword.
It is...
I didn't even have a sword.
It's a long
Yeah, and you were
story.
on the ground throwing up.
And killing people.
As I'm sure you're aware with my own time as a squire, it's not always a clean and neat and fun story, but I would love to discuss it with you more later, one-on-one.
Understood. And he looks at the large wooden box on Bucky's back that's almost as big as Bucky is. Is that what I think that is?
I believe that's what you think it is.
Yes, it's a Bucky Honeyberry.
I knew
Yes,
you were going to say that.
this is Bucky Honeyberry, yes.
He gets down on a knee.
Pleased to meet you
He
again.
gets down on a knee and shakes your hand. Can you take the box off your back, please?
Why? It's in my books.
Bucky.
But- You can keep the box once I get what's in it out. I'm sure it's for Bo.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no problem. Why you not say that? No problem.
The
You
box
can
is
put
yours,
that
yes.
nice steel piece in the box when we're done.
Oh, okay. Very well.
You can put the
Go ahead.
smaller box inside of that box as the decoy from the steel piece.
Now that all that's out of the way,
Can I try to slip in the hammer of truth into this guy's pocket?
Roland's. I mean, he's wearing armor, so he doesn't really have pockets. You can try and like, stick it in a
I
crevice
still
in
want
his
to try
armor.
to stick it on.
You can stick in a crevice in his armor.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. All right, you do it. He doesn't notice it.
Oh, excellent.
There's just a meat hammer sticking out of this man's armor. Let's look at this map. And as you all look at it, he tells you all that basically every small village and town and farm to the south and to the east of Kalaman, following the Vingard River north, has been burnt to the ground. Survivors have been trickling in for weeks.
Bucky is staring intently at this hammer for it to spark.
He says, we've been sending out armed troops, patrols to the area, trying to find out what's going on and stop it. Most of them come back. The ones that don't are found ripped to shreds, armors pierced by claws. We're not sure what's causing that. But, well, we weren't until you all got here. These creatures, do you all know where they're from? Or who they serve?
Mm-mm.
Well, I don't recall where they're from, but we've seen this strange sort of a crescent shape that I believe, and I'll look at Alfie, I believe we've identified as the crest of Takesis, no?
Yes. Correct, Arby.
This is most troubling. These creatures, these armies believe that Tarkesis has returned and they fight in her name? Surely the gods have not came back.
Well, maybe we can talk about that later as well.
Alfie says, "Oh yeah, we Arby here also had a symbol appear on him, and
He glowed.
he glue. Glue.
What symbol is
Was
that?
glowing.
It is the symbol of what's the name again?
Broncala.
Broncala, we believe. Ain't that right, Arby? Go ahead, spit it out.
I hate it here.
Look, this is a conversation you and I can have later, RB. Bo, it is very nice to meet you, as well as the rest of your friends. He will reach into his pocket, pull out the 2 letters, and hand it to you, Alfie.
Thank you.
And he says, if you all will go wait in the side chamber to the great hall where the council meets, I will have to talk to them for a moment, and then we will call you back in.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Uncle, and it's really good to see you.
And you as well, regardless of the circumstances. So, going back down the stairs and being led into the side chamber, does anyone want to do anything for the next 15-20 minutes while they wait?
Bucky,
Yeah,
stop
no,
touching things! Bucky,
No,
stop
we-
it!
read my letters.
But I was going to say, Arby apparently beat me to it. I was going to say, Eugene just starts looking around. He's moseying around trying to see if he can find anything super cool.
Bucky's gonna look for some soup.
Poor Bucky.
He's been hungry this whole
I haven't
damn time.
gotten soup.
So Bucky is looking for soup. Everyone but Alfie is trying to stop him from finding the soup. Is this correct?
What's up with that?
He can find the soup. It's all the other
I'm
stuff he
hungry.
takes a 5-finger discount about.
Hey, he can't help that.
So
That's not
while
his
you're
fault.
trying to stop him, Bucky finds a servant who is more than happy to bring him a bowl of soup. It is clam chowder.
Thank
I
you
would like
for
to-
providing my Kenda with soup.
Vacuum it up.
Nasty soup.
Oh, that's hot.
You take 1 point of
Bucky.
fire damage.
By your own definition, it's hot liquid. I don't.
Yay.
Someone help him! He's hurting!
I want to use prestidigitation to cool his mouth down.
Okay. It's minty
That
fresh.
is the most productive use of that spell you've
I
done
know,
so far.
right?
Alfie, is this character development?
He was yelling.
So, yeah, it was affecting his ability to read the 2 letters he was sent,
Right.
both of which were responses to the 2 letters you sent to your order. The first one, when you first encountered these creatures, and the second one right before the siege of Vogler.
Right.
The first letter more or less tells you that reports from other red mages are coming in across the area, corroborating your story, and that the...
Excuse me, can I have another bowl, please?
Yes, you can have another bowl, says the servant. The servant just brings you an entire pot, a ladle, and a bowl for you to serve yourself.
I want to cool it just a little bit so it's not super hot.
Okay. Other than corroborating the story you have, they let you know that the high mages of the Red Order are digging through all the tomes that they have available to them to try and figure out what's going on. The second letter, sent right before the Siege of Vogler, says that they know that you'll end up in Kalaman, as it's the most logical
Obviously.
choice.
Man, these guys are good.
That
I'm
you're
honored
no
to be a
fools.
part of these guys.
And that surely you'll guide whoever you can away from it, but protecting yourself first.
Obviously.
And that if the reports of an army which is sieging towns is true, then this is a greater evil than has been seen for not millennia, but centuries. And that they need you to investigate the origins of these armies and try and foil the plots of evil to maintain the balance that exists.
That's no small task, but okay. You don't just write that in a letter. Hey, stop this fucking evil wave going across the country.
Well, they wrote it in a
Oh,
letter.
is that what your order said?
Yes.
Oh. So they knew.
I mean, they have reports from other Red Road wizards, such as myself, from all over the country, saying that these same things have been happening elsewhere. And they have tasked me with investigating the origins of it and doing what I can to slow it and stop it as best as I can.
But they knew and they weren't informing anyone. We could have had defenses prior.
Well, listen, I just got the letter. It's a letter.
Alfie, they're mate. Can't they?
It's not just going to pop up in front of us and say, "Get out now! Run while you can." I think it's safe to say that we should
literally
establish-
watched you cast a spell that sent a message. Like,
You cannot get the notification, perhaps?
they have to be relatively very close for that message, Arby. I think it's safe to say that we should prepare for Kalaman to be attacked, though. Yes? Like, probably pretty soon.
I mean, yes.
And by prepare, I mean we should leave.
Oh,
Yep,
God.
I was just about to say I didn't expect you to stick around.
No, of course not.
What happens when there's nowhere else to run?
I'll find somewhere else to run.
Yes, for you.
Yeah.
And you'll be alone there. Forever.
Well,
I saw
look
your
over at
trials,
Bucky.
Alfie.
I look over at Bucky and say, being alone might not be half bad.
Bucky's gonna say. He's got a mouthful of food.
Thank you, Bucky.
Are
Alfie,
you sure that's
perhaps-
Bucky and not Eugene?
Alfie, perhaps this sort of thing is exactly what your trials were meant to warn you about. It's always your own darkest self-preservation, isn't it, that sets you down that path?
Down what path?
You know the path I speak.
Oh yeah, I'm not that worried about going down that path. Truth be told, I told him that so that he would leave me be and I could move on with the trial. But self-preservation. Everyone in their most primal form will always put self-preservation first.
That's not true.
Shut up, Eloise. You're a thief. You have
What?
no morals.
Not anymore. Do you know why I'm not a thief, Alfie?
I'm dying to hear it, Eloise. Why are you no longer a thief?
A long, long time ago.
No, stop.
At this point, the doors open up to the side chamber.
And now you'll never know.
Thank God.
Sub-Marshal
Arby is just
Gendry let you back
exchanging
in.
looks with Heloise. We're
Did you say
exchanging.
something, Stephen?
We're exchanging looks, Heloise.
Sub-Marshal Vendry waves you all back into the council chamber, where the governor,
Walk back in.
the sub-marshal, Roland, and the 7 other council members come before you.
I'll put my letters down or I'll hand my letters to Roland.
He just nods at you.
So I don't have to summarize for you.
That is appreciated. The governor says, "This is what we can offer for you all, and for the people of Vogler. We are going to send them supplies, food, building materials, tools, so that they can join the encampments on the outside of the city walls and try and rebuild their lives. It won't be easy, but it's what we can do right now.
It's better than dead.
We will find the leader of the people out there, and that person will organize them. I'm sure that if, with your help, they were able to get them here, they should be able to maintain them while they're here.
I would hope so.
We ask that you all, in this upcoming fight, will assist the city of Kalaman. You will be compensated, room, board, any supplies you need, as well as steel. A modest stipend.
Modest.
5 steel per day, plus travel expenses.
Okay.
More if you complete tasks, along with whatever bounties you can take from them.
Okay.
And we need one of you all to officially, as a token of support, yes, small one who raises their hand to answer questions.
It can be me.
It can be you.
You don't know what you're
you
agreeing
don't even
to,
know
Bucky.
what
Let him finish.
Bucky, I wouldn't do that if I...
While I
It cannot
appreciate,
be me then, or no?
while I appreciate your enthusiasm, Bucky,
Okay, thank you. What do I do?
Perhaps
We
hear
need-
them out first, Bucky.
one of you to swear fealty to the city of Kalaman and join its military.
Yeah, I will not.
Yeah,
Okay.
Alfie would like throw up all the time.
That means you all
Any
would be
problem?
separated from your group for long periods of time, possibly.
Can we just have the young one do that? I point at Bo.
Bo?
You know, Poe's
Roland.
been through trauma. I feel like we shouldn't just
Roland,
force him to do things.
you and I should talk, but I think that might be a good idea. Bo, is that something you'd be down for, as the kids say?
I would like to learn more about it, but if I could conversate with you and your uncle, it could probably be arranged.
Good.
The
You're
governor
not
said.
the one to Bucky?
No,
Well,
Bucky.
Bucky,
You're too
we
good
would be
for them,
happy to
Bucky.
have you too, but
Bucky,
it would
you would
mean
never
leaving
get
your
soup.
friends.
You would just never get soup at all.
Not super?
No
I
soup.
think
Yes,
it actually only gets
hardtack and dried rations, says the governor.
No soup.
Hardtack and dried rations.
They might even take your steel piece. There's a
Oh,
conscription
yeah.
field.
No, don't let him take it. No.
Yes, I need to stay with Eugene until we buy a mansion with our
Yes.
steel piece. Yeah, oh,
And
My
we would
mistake.
just miss you
I
terribly.
must decline your offer to join the military.
For right now, I'm going to have
Yes,
a couple
until
of
I
the
make my
servants-
mention.
We're going to have a couple of the castle's servants show you to your room. We've given you the entirety of the 4th floor of the castle to make your base. If you need anything at all, let them know. And if we have it, we'll give it to you gladly. We're going to give you 1 month worth of your stipend up front and tell you if you need any information on where you can spend it. Feel free to ask. The servants can take you. They can tell you. They give you a detailed map of the city. And they tell you that meals are served 3 times a day in this hall. Soup is available. Looking at Bucky.
Bucky's
And-
nodding his head.
If nothing else is needed, that will be the end of
I
this
have a
meeting.
question.
Go ahead.
Just possibly save me time, but I doubt you all will know. Do you know where this may be, where this wave of evil might be coming from, mayhaps? Originating from?
The maps seem to have it coming out of the southeast. It appears from our limited information that at least part of it came from the city of Throttle. It
Oh.
seemed like a large contingent of goblins, hobgoblins, ogres, and the like traveled northwest to join a larger force from there. But we haven't gotten any exact details. It just seems that we've lost communication with Throttle.
I see. Interesting. Okay, thank you for your time.
A couple of the servants will show you all to the 4th floor. The 4th floor actually at one point was where they held the balls. And you can see that they've added 6 or 7 cots up there with small chests and wardrobes. They've added some makeshift sinks, water basins, really. Placed some candelabras up there for light, some torches, some lanterns. Inside each chest, when you get up there, you'll find 150 steel pieces, as well as a fresh set of clothing, and some basic supplies as well. Arby, I'm going to do your meeting with Roland here momentarily, but out of the rest of the party, does anyone need to go shopping? Does anyone need to ask the servants for locations of materials or goods?
I need more poison materials.
All right. Eloise
I'll
needs
go buy
poison.
more ink, magic ink.
What about Bucky or Eugene?
Bucky would just go out and explore the city.
Exactly. Eugene's just,
2 guys
just gonna
hitting the
have a good
town?
time. Exactly.
The boys are hitting the town.
Boys are back in town.
That's
Who
exactly
let
what
the
I
kitty
thought of.
cats out?
We're gonna have an episode of The Hangover while you guys are gone.
All right.
There's gonna be a one shot that's just you two and some fucking street urchin.
So, Bucky and Eugene, go ahead, roll me a d20 each,
Oh gosh.
and hold on to that number for me, because I'm going to do Heloise and Alfie first. Interestingly enough, you all are told to go to the exact same location,
Ugh.
Yay!
Wyans, Wyhans, apothecary.
Yeah.
A small apothecary store they say is ran by a mysterious figure who wears black robes.
Interesting.
Are we in there now?
No, they've given you on the map they mark it out, and with the map you don't have to navigate, you get there fairly quickly. The building is small, kind of dilapidated, hidden in a corner. Even on a busy day like today in the town, as people hustle and bustle, no one seems to be going into it. And it's dark on the inside, even though it's very bright out here. Walking in, the apothecary smells of licorice and pepper. There are a few meager tables displaying good luck charms, animal bones, and vials, advertising various remedies and effects. At the rear of the shop, a human woman with raven hair and a dark dress, feathered, wing-like sleeves going down her arms, stand behind a counter heaped with open books. When Heloise walks in, she raises her head slightly. When Alfie walks in, her full attention is on the two of you all. Can I help you on this day?
Did you say she is wearing black robes?
She is, yes. They're very stylized, though.
Okay. So they're not part of the black robe organization.
It looks like someone has taken a set of black robes from the black robed mages and then added their own stylistic baubles, bits, that kind of thing, a cloak to it.
Icon.
I say, were you once a member of the black robes?
This is the wonderful Lady Gaga.
Once, honey, I still am.
Ah, are you? Interesting.
What?
How long have you been with the black robes?
You never ask a woman her age, dear.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking how long you've been with the black robes.
Those two were close enough to the same that it's not worth answering.
Okay. Question 3. How old are you?
She just glares at you, looks at Heloise and says, you travel with this one?
Unfortunately, yes. I whisper to Alfie, have you never spoken to a woman in your life?
I have, actually. But she wasn't such a woman. I say, that's interesting enough. During my trials, I was warned against going down this path of power for fear of becoming a black robe wizard.
Yes, those who are fearful will often be warning others of this.
Those were my thoughts as well.
Power is taken from the weak by those with the drive to use it.
Hey, now that's what I'm saying.
And fear of power is what makes you weak.
That I'd hit Heloise in the stomach and say, that's what... Don't I always say this?
I'm just gonna look at him.
But
Who are
I'm
you?
sure you didn't come here to talk wizardly philosophy with me. What brings
Correct,
you
I
into
did
my
not.
store?
I need to get some magical ink for spell copying.
And I need poison. Plants to make poison, things of that sort.
And do you have anything worthwhile here, madam?
In what way?
In the...
Are you hitting on her?
No, I'm not hitting on her, Heloise. You do not have to get jealous.
Can I hit on her?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
hit on
don't,
her,
honey,
care.
I don't think you're Heloise's type.
That's funny, because in the first couple episodes, you definitely said that.
She's
He was.
changed. Oh, no. I meant my type.
Oh, okay.
Autumn. Player
Gotcha.
type.
Anything that may come from someone of your power?
She says, let me help the lady first.
Ooh.
Okay. That's fine.
I get help first.
If poison's what you need, then, well, what do you want the poisons to do? I have maims and kills and drives men past their wildest dreams into their deepest nightmares.
Definitely damage. A mix of all would be nice. Large area effects would be cool.
Thinking for a moment, she says, I have 2 plants, which, if distilled properly, may be of some effect to you. She pulls out the first one. It's a flower called Dead Man's Hand, and it looks like 5 fingers. The flower itself looks like 5 fingers clutched around a steel piece.
Gross.
And
I love it.
she says, this, if distilled properly and then mixed with water, well, 1 flower is enough to poison 1,000 men. The trick is getting it to them, because they have to drink it.
Okay. I'm looking for more of something that can be transferred on a weapon or in a flask. In fighting.
Ah, so you're not terribly sneaky then.
I am.
She's not.
I hit Alfie. Hard enough to do a little damage.
Alfie, you should
casts
say,
fireball.
"Saw that coming." Saw that coming.
She says, well, if you're looking for something a little bit more traditional, I have this. And she pulls out basically a quart-sized mason jar of this black ooze.
Oh, I love it already.
She says, this is the distilled essence of ochre jellies. Coated onto a blade or arrow tip, it will inject them with the acidic body of an ochre jelly.
I like it.
It will cause their flesh to burn and their veins to boil.
Perfect. Sounds great.
For this entire container, 1,000 steel.
How much for halfsies?
600 steel.
For half?
I'm breaking up a large chunk.
Oh.
You buy in bulk.
You
350 steel.
Alfie, how much do you have?
I
None
think.
of your business.
Look, she says, just 25 steel would be enough for 100 arrows. A little bit of this stuff goes a long way.
Let's do that.
She pulls out one of
Thank
those
you.
tiny little jam mason jars and fills it up.
Perfect. Great.
So you take off 25 steel and she hands over the small jar. Now back to you, my distinguished red-robed cohort.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were looking for ink, which is easy enough. It is
Magical ink, yes.
25 steel pieces for enough to copy a single first-level spell.
Okay.
So you currently have enough of it to copy 10 first-level spells. Left.
I currently have that much.
Left, yes.
Okay. And how much do I have to copy over any second level spells?
It's twice as much per spell level.
Okay. Give me 100 stills worth.
Okay, so 4 more first-level spells worth?
Yeah.
Okay. She does so easily, and then she says, and you asked for items of my caliber and my skill? Do you mean magically enchanted materials?
Yeah, if you had any magically enchanted materials.
I have a few items, but
Okay.
unless you're carrying around a few thousand steel, you're not going to be able to afford them.
Try me.
She pulls out a magical wand and says, this, if used properly, will allow you to cast a powerful bolt of lightning from it at least twice per day.
I'm not a lightning guy.
Fair enough.
More of
She
a
pulls
firebolt
out-
guy.
I am more fire.
She pulls out a folded cloak, not dissimilar from the one she has,
Okay.
in a feathered design, and said,
Okay.
if the words are said properly, this will allow you to turn into a bird for up to 12 hours a day.
Oh. How much is that?
4,000 steel.
Okay, next.
The last item she pulls out is a small amulet. Very tiny. About the tip of it, the actual amulet piece is about the size of your pinky, the tip of your pinky.
So the part that goes around your neck isn't tiny.
No, it's just the actual
Okay.
medallion on the amulet is.
Okay.
She says that this gives off a powerful light if the correct words are said, and is usable once per week.
I'd say so. It's just like a light spell.
This light is bright enough to burn away the evil things which may come after you in the dark.
Ah. How much is that?
1,250 steel pieces.
Mm-hmm. Do you give any discounts to Wizards of the Order?
My order, yes.
Ah.
You're getting base price. And just be thankful you're not wearing white robes in here.
God, no. Those guys, right? Fuck them.
She
Okay, well, I'll
says,
tell you what.
I have this,
Go
but
ahead.
it's broken. I'm not sure how
What
you
is
would
it?
fix it, but I'll sell it to you for 150 steel. She pulls out a staff.
Okay.
Make me an
What
intelligence
did that
check.
staff do? Oh, okay. Just base intelligence.
Yep.
24.
You recognize this staff. It's the staff that was offered to you by the mysterious figure in the chair in your trial.
Huh. Hey, I recognize that staff.
She says, how? I found this staff buried in the ground, and it had been there since before the cataclysm.
Yeah, it's really hard to explain. It's really weird. How much for that one?
Well, it's broken right now, but 150 steel.
Yeah, deal.
Oh, okay. And she wraps it up for you, puts it in a nice little bag, and hands it to you.
Thank you, madam.
She says, can I do anything else for the two of you?
I think I'm good.
She looks at you, Heloise, and says, please do come back. And then
Oh,
winks.
hell yeah. I sure will. If we live.
And with that, we'll go to our best buddies, Eugene and Bucky. What'd you get on your D20 rolls?
The Mary and the
8.
Pippin of the group.
7.
Truly.
Yes.
After about 2 hours of perusing the city, you proposition somebody for something they didn't understand and you didn't understand, but you all are chased
This
out of.
tracks.
You all are chased very quickly away from a wealthy woman's house by her very irate husband.
No, we did not go on a panty raid.
No. You
Anti-raid.
prepositioned this poor woman for soup, and she took it the wrong way.
You asked specifically for more clam chowder.
Panty raid.
Oh, man.
I thought she had stuff for us to, spin the big steel on.
What?
Yeah, Eugene, she not like it when you offer her money to see the clams, huh?
I don't get it. I really don't.
Some people, huh?
They've got problems. More than us.
Not so gentlemanly to a few gentlemen like us.
Should we go somewhere else?
Maybe we try again, or no?
He seemed really, really upset. I don't think he wanted to sell us anything.
Okay, I follow your lead, Eugene. I'm a bit lost in a big city like this. You're a man of intelligence. So you show us.
Eugene.
So Eugene and Bucky are just gonna kind of walk around and hopefully come upon some grandstand and
Soup, get your soup here. Soup. 3 kinds. Chowder, chowder, and chowder.
I think this looks like a good choice.
Yes, Eugene. Well done, my friend. This is my favorite kind of establishment. Excuse me, sir. You have a liquid cold soup?
Yes. Chowder, chowder, and chowder.
Which one's the
Potatoes,
best?
Potato,
This
clam, and
is
clam.
the bad place.
Clam and clam.
One's red, one's white.
Red.
A steel piece apiece.
That's that gumbo. I told you about that gumbo. You know they got that gumbo.
Is it spicy?
It's a little bit spicier than the white.
It's gumbo.
If I
It's clam chowder
Combine-
from a land called Manhattan.
if I take the red one and I take the white one, I combine in what color is it?
Pink.
Wow, okay.
But I wouldn't recommend that.
Why not?
Bucky learning color theory.
It probably wouldn't taste very good.
Make a
Please
chowder
don't.
gumbo rosé.
Okay, I would like an extra big bowl and a one red and a one white and you, Eugene, what you want?
I'll have all 3.
Oh, okay. He will have all the colors as well.
Eugene gonna shit his guts out later.
Five still pieces, please.
Here we
I'll hand it over to him.
They
But
hand you
I'll only give him 3.
two more.
Is that not 5?
That's 3.
Okay, Eugene hands one more over.
Or one more. One more.
Okay.
And then he gets
so
the final one.
expensive, huh,
Wait,
Eugene?
one more.
What?
One more. That's
Okay.
only 4.
It should. Does he really? Okay.
Hands one more.
That's 4 1/4. One more.
Something's fishy here. I
It's
don't
just the
believe you
chowder. It's
anymore.
just the chowder. It's fine.
No, we're taking it now.
All right.
I don't know if Eugene's smart
very
enough to
good
not get
businessman too,
scammed.
Eugene.
I got
Paid a
it.
4 1/4. He said it's a 5.
He didn't know the trick I used.
Very smart, Eugene.
What's the trick you used, Eugene?
You're not there.
Is Alfia here? Why here?
No, this is Joe
Alfie.
asking. I want to know what this trick is that Eugene used.
They were smaller than the big
Oh,
piece. we're making sure to hold on to that one.
I couldn't let him take the big piece. We have to keep that one.
Yes, I think if we give him the big piece, he give us his entire shop, and then we pledge to make what is it we do in the military? But then we become super owners. No, we have much big plans to do before we become big time, Eugene?
No stopping. Can't stop yet.
Okay.
What the fuck is happening?
All right, so we're gonna find us a nice place to sit down and eat all of
You
our bowls of
consume
soup.
all the chowder at once. I would like Constitution saving throws from both of you.
Oh my god.
You found the shadiest chowder merchant in the entire city. The clams are not clams.
Ooh,
Oh
whistle
god.
con.
Yep.
That is 11 for me.
did you just roll a brick?
It was the metal one.
I just heard that.
It was the metal one.
Well, Bucky's fine. Now, Eugene, you just ate a giant bowl of poisonous slug chowder. You are sick to your
Slug
stomach. You are
chowder.
poisoned and sick to your stomach for the next 2 hours.
Too bad you're not with me. I have a cure for stomach ache.
Pepto.
Mikey, I ate too much.
Even
My
the potato
stomach
chowder.
hurts.
Even the potato chowder was
Eugene!
poisonous slugs.
Eugenia, we bring you back to the castle, and let's see what happened next time on
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Initiative.
Next time on Eugene and Friends.
I fucking hate it here.
Oh man.
Hey everyone, DM Steven here. We just wanted to say thank you from the entire High Anxiety crew for tuning in this week. We would also like to say a special thank you to the Mysteries Unknown podcast for being such a huge supporter of us. Their Instagram handle will be included in this episode's description. If you like what else we're doing and want to see more in the future, subscribe to the podcast, give us a follow on all our social medias, and check out the individual projects of our members. All links, as always, will be in the show notes below.